Hello, Days of Our Lives fans. It is finally Friday, March 28th. Please like, subscribe, and share. Okay, this place, Estonia, this is where Marlena and Patch are looking for John. Paul shows up, and him and Marlena are talking, and they have some memories of John. Man, are we ever going to be able to quit grieving John? They're just going to drag this out for years. Patch is sitting down, and Andrew comes and sits down and talks to him, and he said, well, I wasn't expecting you. He confides in in Patch that he does have information about John. It's classified, it's top secret, and, Patch is like, you can trust me. So he tells him all about it, and he said, we're going to need backup. And he said, no, we can't. It's too dangerous. They find out that somebody is... Andrew tells them, they go back. Patch convinces him to tell Paul and Marlena. And they tell them that someone's building a nuclear facility. And John was on the outside trying to get in when he lost contact. And they're trying to sell it to the highest bidder. So it's several governments involved is what they were saying. And Marlena's like, so he's got to be at the facility. Let's go. And they convince Marlena it's too dangerous for her. They don't need to be worrying about her. Why don't you just stay here, relax, take a bath? And she said, you call me the minute you find him. And they promised her that they would. So she's getting her shampoo, trying to take a bath. And who walks up behind her? You got it. It's Orpheus. We remember him. He's a cold-blooded murderer. Okay, and that is actually how it went off today. Orpheus standing behind her, and she turned around and looked at him and said, Orpheus. And he's like, did you forget your shampoo? Wait a minute, that's Clyde. Clyde's voice. Orpheus is one bad dude, isn't he? Him and Clyde are just ruthless. But anyway, this whole operation is by the Orph. So Sarah is upset when she finds out that Xander tells her he just went on and told Alex everything. And she's like, my God, why didn't you just keep your nose out of it? And he's like, Sarah, why are you so upset about it? She tries to explain to him she was just glad everybody was getting along. And he's like, well, Alex took off out of here. He's probably talking to Stephanie now. And he is. So here's Kate, and she's warning Philip, look, EJ's after me. He's threatening my kids. You're the most likely one because you're here in Salem. And he says, okay, all right, well, thanks for the tip. So she wouldn't tell him why EJ is after them, but she said EJ threatened them, and she's worried. She's done contacted her other kids, but he is the one, So Roman walks up and he's like, well, Kate, I can tell something's wrong. What's wrong? And she's like, oh, no, Philip just having dating problems or whatever. And, Roman didn't act like he believed this, but, we'll see how that goes. Meanwhile, Alex is standing there with Stephanie, how we left him the other day, with him saying, Stephanie, are you sleeping with Philip? And she tells him, no, I'm not. What if I tell you it's a secret that has nothing to do with you? But he insisted on her telling him. So she told him the letter was a forgery. He knows that everybody knows. Sarah, Kate. And he is just furious. And she tells him, you have to keep it a secret too. And he's like, Steph, I can't do that. This is my cousin. He deserves to know the truth. And she said one of the biggest reasons she kept it quiet was because she was afraid Xander would murder Philip, and she didn't want to be responsible for that or hurt him really bad. And that Sarah had asked her to keep it quiet, so because she wanted... Philip is keeping Xander grounded at the company, and he says he's just not going to do it. Meanwhile, Sarah and Xander decide to go over and check on Stephanie and Alex. But before they get there, I thought Alex was just going to knock the crap out of him. And he's like, oh, I know. You think you deserve part of it because you were in the loony bin. And Philip's like, that's mental facility. Philip is hilarious. So here comes Xander and Sarah, and he's like, oh, we just wanted to check in. but we don't want to put our nose where it's not supposed to be. And Alex is like, no, no, come on in. So he comes in, and he's like, it's about time you know the truth. And everybody's eyes are just locked. And then Alex still, before he let Xander and Sarah in, said he couldn't do it. But Alex said, Stephanie admitted to the affair, and we've agreed she's just not going to have any contact with Philip anymore, and we're just all going to move on. Everyone is shocked that Alex went along with it, and that's a wrap. If you didn't catch Thursday's video, that was a show. See you next week. I'm out.